Welcome back to Elden Ring. Today we are taking down Radagon and the Elden Beast, which will come shortly after. It's kind of crazy that you defeat this guy and then the Beast is your next fight. Very unfortunate if you do die, because then you're going to have to do it again. I decided to take this guy down with some friends to have some fun for one last time before beating the Elden Ring campaign, as this is the final battle. If you do not wish to finish your playthrough, it's okay, because once you beat this guy, you will be prompted to begin journey number 2, which will be starting over the game again, to which you will have everything, all your equipment and stuff. You just have to basically rediscover all the sites of grace and redo the story again, and you might as well do it because there are 3 different endings that have achievements attached to them. I think just 3, but I think that there are other endings as well. My very first ending was the Elden Lord ending, although I was trying to get the Lord of the Frenzied Flame, but I kind of messed that up. So here we are fighting Radagon. By the way, this is an absolutely bananas fight on your own. If you have not gotten some crazy bleed build or something at this point, and then you get to the Elden Beast, oh my goodness, you were in for one heck of a fight. So here's the cutscene. I'm going to be quiet so you can admire its beauty. Now you gotta admit, that is one very cool endgame boss. That is so cool looking, absolutely crazy. Love it. I love the beauty of this fight, the arena, just the music. Everything about this fight is just so fantastic. They did such a good job with this Elden Ring game. You know, it wasn't so linear, just like the other Souls game, which a lot of people do like, but I do like that you had more of a choice in what you can do. You know, the free roaming aspect of it was fantastic. I'm looking forward to the DLC that comes out. I'm definitely going to watch gameplay before I get it myself, but when it does come out, I will be sure to get it and then teach you everything I can from it as well, to continue the Elden Ring content, because after this, it might be close to the end of the Elden Ring content for me for now. You know, we've played through it. I've shared the weapons and tips and tricks that I could as I played through it, the bosses I fought for you guys. So, and I mean, there was a lot of time put in between the grinding bosses, the editing, the recording. Oh my goodness, Elden Ring has been such a good time. I'm glad I decided to pick it up again after so long and play through it. It is so much fun. If you haven't played Elden Ring, you have to. Even if you're not used to Souls games, give it a chance. When I first played Elden Ring, I hated it. I did not like it one bit. I played it again with a friend, and even then I wasn't that into it, but it took me deciding, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I started seeing videos on my TikTok page, and I decided to give it a go, and here we are, reliving the beauty once again. And anyways, it made me more inspired to play it. I gave it a go and I enjoyed every bit of it. Sure, there was some frustration with some bosses and getting lost, but the internet is a fantastic guide, and or with enough wandering, you will find yourself on the right path, or simply just follow the site of grace. You know, they always point in the right direction, not necessarily in order, but they will get you to the right place. Man, this guy has a lot of health, and he moves so much too. An absolute nightmare when you're trying to get him with melee damage sometimes. I find the long-range approach is the way to go, at least in my case. You know, I've been playing through this time with an intelligence build, you know. I got like 80 intelligence at this point, I think. You know, it's my highest stat, mostly because I started out with like a mage build on this playthrough. I do have like a strength character as well that's like level 300 from the past, but I wanted to see what it was like to be a mage build, and honestly, it definitely made the game a lot easier than using a melee weapon, I will be honest, especially getting back into it and not being rusty anymore, you know. But now here's the Elden Beast going down and disappearing, and with that is the end of Elden Ring, and we are on to the Elden Throne ourselves, a tarnished, you know what? Who was it? I think Gideon, or maybe it was Godfrey that said, "A man cannot be a god." Well, he was mistaken. Now, upon completing this fight, you will be awarded 500,000 runes. You can get a couple extra levels if there's any other bosses you wish to go back to. You will also be prompted to begin journey number 2, which is a fresh start. If you do restart, then you know you get to keep your stuff and you have to find the Sites of Grace, but you also don't have to, as you can choose to not and then go to the round table if you want to begin your second playthrough. But for now, enjoy this ending cutscene of Elden Ring. I've enjoyed playing it and the content on the way. There will be more in the future. Thank you for tagging along with me. Enjoy this, and I will see you in the next content that is to come. I am doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, South Park The Fractured Butthole, and Pokemon Emerald in their entirety. I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you join me along the way.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.